How were you first introduced to Random Us?
I did one of Patrick's first read-throughs. He wanted to hear the play back in February or March of 2014. And then in August of 2014, he asked if I would be in the show doing the three characters of Rose, Chloe, and Dahlia.
Tell us about the roles you play.
They're all three totally complete different roles. Rose is Daisy's sister who is a tough cookie. She has built a wall around her heart and she expects things to go a certain way. And if they don't go the way she wants, she makes it known and tries to change the outcome for her way. She doesn't always win, but she gives a good chance, a good try to do it.
What is your favorite role that you play?
Oh, all right. Well, I only told you about Rose. I like all three. There are three different, I had to find three different characters and three different voices for them because I wanted to make sure that you wouldn't even recognize me in each role. And Chloe is, the ex-girlfriend of Denny's, and she's like full of life and very free spirit, and that was fun, and finding her voice, because originally I didn't have that free spirit for her. She was I pictured her differently. And then when I was trying to learn the lines, I'm like, she wouldn't say that. So then I had to change it up a bit. And then Dahlia being the daughter, it's a smaller role, but trying to make it different so she doesn't look like her aunt and doesn't look like me or Chloe. I don't know which ones. I like all three. I can't answer that one.
What's the most difficult thing about playing three roles?
Making them different and making the gestures different so they're not the same. Finding their voices and even changing mannerisms. But I think once you know who they are, it's easier to play. And I think once you find out and do the background of the character, you change it up a little bit and makes it easier to play. So, but working on them, like Chloe wouldn't do that, and so I can't do that for Rose, or Rose wouldn't do that, and Chloe. And changing all the different costumes, that's the hardest. Changing and remembering all right, this jewelry has to come off, and putting the new jewelry on.
What's your favorite random memory?
Favorite random memory? I think would probably be when just before we were finding out about the Fringe, and then we did this ritual little thing, because I really felt Patrick had a show that could make it into the Fringe, and I pushed him to do it. I said, go, just do it. And then a week before he found out, I said, we were all sort of nervous, like, what, we're going to be finding out soon. And I'm like, no, we're in. And then, and I wrote it on a napkin, and we signed it, and we had to put our mojo on it, and then we threw it into the water, and that was the ritual. So I think that would probably be, together we have such a really good synergy.
What does going to Fringe mean to you?
I'm really excited. This is the second time I'm going. I did back in 2003 in Who's Not Ready, Holler I. And to have a second chance to do it again, I thought the first time was a 1 in a million shot. And going with this group of people and the camaraderie we have, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
What advice do you have to the people you're working with, since that you've already been there?
It's basically to have fun, be prepared, because we're in and you're out. It's like you're performing and you don't get a chance to we have 2 hours to go in, make sure you have all your stuff, be prepared, because you get onto the stage, you do the show, you're done, you got to break it down and you leave. And which is sort of weird that you don't have to be able to stay there and keep your costumes there or anything. You got to take everything, but it's the energy in the street of being in New York City, down in the Village, where we performed the last time. It was a lot of fun, and it's exciting.
Tell us something about yourself that the world may not know.
I can have a water fountain out of my mouth. I can, spit out waters, and it goes 3 ways. A lot of people can't do that. I know, it's really ladylike.
Who is the biggest random diva?
This is probably a really easy question to answer. It's Chris. Chris is the biggest diva. He leaves things behind, expecting other people to take care of it. Yeah, easily Chris.
What are you taking away from this experience?
What am I taking away with this from this experience? You know what? I'm taking a lot of fun. Being creative and working with creative people is a lot of fun, and because everybody sees things a little differently, and we're really open to everything. So like being able to work collaboratively with everyone, I think is probably one of the best things from this experience.
Any random rituals you can share?
Random rituals. Well, with the mojo, of course, the letter, that would be a ritual. We like to drink Prosecco. We do check Prosecco is our wine of choice. We like to eat now. We never really had rehearsals with eating, and now we like to eat at rehearsals. But don't worry, we're not going to be like, chubba wubbas when we get on the stage, because we all eat healthy. What else do we? And just, and then joking around about who's the real diva, but I told you Chris is the real diva. Sometimes it'll be me, but I'm really not the diva.
Tell us something about a random team member that the world may not know.
Something about the random team member that someone might not know. Okay. I've known Patrick for over 20 years. And Patrick and I have, we played a couple in a musical once. We did children's theater together. We've done improv. We've done murder mysteries. And when we did the Fringe back in 2003, he played my first husband in that. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know if that's really good. Like, there's a long history of like performing together.
Can you please pick a name out of that hat and tell us something about that team member?
Oh gosh, I'm not looking. I got Chris. Okay. Chris and I just did another show before this, Finnegan's Farewell, and we played husband and wife in that, and he was a diva in that also. And he played a ukulele. Oh no, he didn't play a ukulele in that. He played the guitar, and his favorite song, which I cannot stand, is the Bog song. Never ask him to play it or sing it. It's just really bad.